Greetings. This is Caleb Holmberg, and this is a Nintendo GameCube console that I got off of Facebook Marketplace a while ago. I have been playing it. It's been great. However, the reset button is stuck. Every time I try to press it, it gets stuck. And also, my excuse me, just dropped this. Retro Fighters GameCube controller does not work in the first player controller port. When I try to use it, it doesn't want to work. So today I'm going to try a few things and see if I can get this to work. See if I can remedy this issue. I'm going to start by doing a pretty good deep cleaning, disassembly of this console, show the process, and just clean it as I go. First off, I'm just going to go over the outside real good. Today I'm just using some isopropyl alcohol, as you can see. Just gonna give it a real good wipe down. Whoa. Might have used a little too much. Oh well. Should probably open a window. A little bit of ventilation in here. Probably be a good idea. Oh. Did I just mess up my system? A little scratched from prior usage. Okay, I think that's pretty good scrub, pretty evenly all around, pretty clean on the outside. I might just go over these controller ports with a Q-tip. Just get some rubbing alcohol on this. Just wipe those out real good. Got a bunch of black grease on my hand. Was moving a stool to put my laptop on, and it had a bunch of grease on it, so I don't know if there's any drummers out there, but sometimes when you have a drum stool, it'll have grease on it, and I was using a drum stool, so it had grease on it. Okay, I'm going to open up the disk drive and clean it here a little bit. I'm just getting in the cracks with this Q-tip, if you can see what I'm doing. Gotta make sure this camera's in focus. Probably shouldn't blow in there, actually. Okay, and it reads the discs just fine. The console works just fine, and I don't think I need to worry about the disk drive or anything right now. It's just that controller port that I'm concerned with at this point. And who knows, I might just need to get a new controller port. If so, then that is what I will do. Okay, that looks pretty good, I think. Now we begin the disassembly process. To do so, you're going to need this. Let's zoom in. Yeah, maybe that's a bad idea. Oh yeah, here you go. This is an odd sort of screwdriver bit. You can get these just as a screwdriver or as a bit for a screwdriver. I got the bit for the screwdriver because I have a screwdriver that I can use with bits. But I will post in the description where you can get something like this. Maybe I'll find one that has just a bit and one that's a screwdriver. And it was a certain size. I can't remember exactly what size it was, but okay, so there's 4 screws here. I'm going to take them out. Actually, first I'm going to pull these covers. There's 3 covers under the GameCube. Usually, sometimes some people just remove them and leave them off, but these are for like different peripherals that they made later on. But we're not concerned with those. I just want to take those off so they don't get in the way. Now, I'm going to unscrew these 4. I'm going to see if I can get to that reset button. Kind of hard to tell if this is all the way unscrewed. I guess I can tell if I shake it upside down, and if it falls out, then I will have my answer. Maybe. Alright, well, I will do that one. I'm just going to assume that's all the way out. So that should be all of them. All but one. Maybe this one's not all the way out. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. So now, if I am correct in my assumption, get all 4 screws out, set them aside, keep track of your screws, make sure they don't get lost. I think this top part of the GameCube shell should just slide right off. And so it does. How do you like that? Alright, now I can set this shell aside. And let me see about this button. Hold on, where's the button? It's gone. But I see a little trigger thing right here, and that moves up and down just fine. And that, I believe, is where the reset button should be. So, let me grab this shell once more and see what's going on in here. So, I don't know if you can see, that's the bottom of the reset button. Let me see if I pull this out, if it needs to be cleaned. I believe So if you look closely, there's two tabs on the sides here. If you push those tabs in and just push in, the button should just pop right out, if I'm not mistaken. There you have it. Now let me just clean in there. I'm a little confused because everything, as I'm taking it apart, everything looks ship-shape. Everything looks just about the way it should be. So I'm not really sure what the problem is. Hoping that if I just clean it out real good, put it all back together, it'll work a little better. Because cleaning does not hurt. I guess I might as well clean the internal switch here for the button. And then this is the controller port I was talking about earlier. I might end up replacing it. I'm going to test this system after I put it all back together to make sure I know what's going on. But once I do get to this, I should be able to, let me see here. Okay, I see what to do. Well, I guess I don't want to jump the gun. If I need to replace this, we'll get to that. But for now, I'm just going to make sure the port here is nice and clean. And hopefully that will make all the difference. Just clean the contacts in there and see if that helps at all. And if not, we go on to the next diagnostic method, step, whatever you call it. I'm going to clean this fan out a little bit. Squeaky clean. That's a little gross. Some nastiness in there. I might just wipe that out with a paper towel. I'll over soak this with rubbing alcohol this time. Just use a little bit. Yeah, a couple little spots on there that might just be stuck forever. That's okay though, it's inside, it's not like it's going to be visible. And, okay. That's a pretty good deep cleaning for my purposes. Sorry, I think I just bumped the camera a little bit. For me, I think that should be okay. I'm going to put the thing back together and give it a test run. Hold on, actually, do I want... I'm just trying to see this shell here. I want to look at these buttons and make sure I don't need to clean out. I might as well do the power button as well. That comes out just the same way as the reset button did. There's the tabs on the side, push them in and push. And it should come out with some effort. It's a little tight in there, actually. Bear with me, folks. This is completely improvised, so I am never 100% sure I know what I'm doing. But it's a learning experience. So I did have to use a screwdriver to get in there and push those tabs in, but I got it out. So it actually doesn't look too bad. I might just clean it though, because why not? I've got it out. Oh, sorry, I was off camera there. Make sure that's nice and clean. Let me just clean up the place where the buttons go. A little bit of junk on the case here, but I think that looks pretty good. All right. Now's the time to put it all back together. That's the power button. Sorry. Power button goes on top, the reset button goes below. So that doesn't seem to be getting stuck like it was. I guess we'll see once I actually put it on here. Alright, so it should slide on just the way it was. Let's see. Smooth. It's like butter. So it seems my mission was successful, at least partly. Alright, now we just do the same thing backwards. Just screw these screws back in. Tight, but not too tight. Not so tight they're breaking the thing. Alright, I'm just going to put these covers back on. Whoops, that one does not go there. Does it? Oh, maybe it does. No, it goes the other way, had it backwards. Okay, and there have it. Let's give it a try, see how it runs. Hold on, actually, let me test this reset button. Does it not work? Stand by, folks. Having some issues with my reset button now. So, why don't we do some troubleshooting? Okay, a little bit of recap for my own benefit here. To summarize my findings so far, I was able to get the reset button unstuck, but that didn't seem to help much, as now the reset button, while it does press down and come up just as it should, it doesn't seem to do anything functionally in the game. So before I go ordering new parts, I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to disassemble this one more time, take a look at the circuits and see if anything appears to be hold on, that's not good. Oh wait. Anyway, let's see if anything appears to be not as it should be. I don't know why my lid opener button was not working there for a second. That was weird. Anyway, let me set this aside, and done a little bit of research, and I did find that I'm not the only one who has had this issue with the first controller port and the reset button not working as they should. I don't know exactly what the problem is, what I would be looking for, but I'm just going to take this apart and diagnose in real time, and we will see what we can find. For this, I believe I see four little screws in there, 4 little golden screws. Now, I will say, if you get to this point, if you're in a situation like mine, and your GameCube still isn't working right in these ways, I would recommend just getting, I'll take this part out, but I would recommend just replacing this part here. And that's a pretty tight space, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna get in there. Let's see. Wait. Oh, hold on. I don't need to unscrew anything. Does this just come right out? Gotta be extra careful. This appears to just, okay, so these little clips on the sides clip off of those black pins, and this just comes right out of there. Okay, that's pretty handy. And then there's this little, if you look, little blue and white ribbon type wire thing that just pulls right out of there. And there you have your controller port assembly. And this, oh, I may see what the problem is, or at least part of it. I see that my circuit board there is cracked. That's not good. I assume, I'm going to assume that is at least part of the problem. Let me just take this off just to make sure there's not something I can do about this, but I think I am, in fact, going to have to get a replacement for that circuit board with the controller ports on it. These golden screws here, I'm pretty sure those will take the circuit board off of this front housing panel. That should lift right out of there. Okay. Yeah, so I do see, let me just see if I can focus this camera in a little bit. There we go. You see the solder points holding the reset button switch in there, and these are holding the first controller port in. One of them's a little messed up, this one here, you can see. But I'm pretty sure I've found the problem. So I am debating now whether I want, well, I suppose there's no room for debating, is there? All I can do is order a replacement for this. Back once again. After several days, I received this in the mail. My order of a new circuit board for the controllers, with a new reset button on there too. So I'm going to put this in, and I'm pretty confident that that is going to fix the issue. Okay, set this aside. So if we compare the two, this is obviously the old one. Obviously this one doesn't have any cracks in it. So hopefully it works. And all I need to do for this, well, first take this front panel, although I did notice a little crack on the front here. If you can see that. It's gonna see if I could bend that out maybe back into position, but maybe not. I think that's, I don't think there's really anything I can do about that. So I'm just gonna leave that little battle scar, won't hurt anything, just cosmetic. And then this is kind of loose. I don't know, I might super glue that or something. Hold on just a second. Yeah, so this cover has seen better days, but I don't think it's really going to affect anything as far as functionality of the system. So I'm still going to use it. I broke a little piece of this tab off, but I don't think that's going to affect anything either. So take the brand new, well, not brand new, I think it was taken out of a used console, but take this replacement part, just slide the cover on like so, and then take these two screws that we took off of there and screw them back in. Now, got to make sure I get the cables into the right spot, which, let me see if I can get a little closer here. So you're going to want to go in right about here. There we go. Wait, hold on. I want to make sure this, I don't have to like peel anything off of this before I put it in. I think it's, yeah, it's good. Just compare with the one that I took out of there, and it looks the same. So we should be good. Just slide it in. It should just kind of fit right in there. So there's that. Move back a little. Make sure I'm focused. And these two that we took it off of, just slide it right back onto those. You kind of go up because there's tabs on the bottom too that need to fit in down below. So it just fits in like a glove. So there's that. Should be all set there. Now I can set the cover back on, the main cover back on, and that should be good. Although this, I don't know, this eject button has been giving me issues, so I might try and see if that's, no, I guess it's working, but for some reason it doesn't. It's a little bit hit and miss. I don't know why, but there we go. All right, well, if I put it back together, so I did find out, I did some research before I ordered that replacement circuit board, and I found out that you can repair a cracked PCB circuit board, but it seemed like that this particular circuit board was a little more complicated than I am capable of doing. Some of you more technical people than myself might be able to do that though, so just bear in mind if you are looking to save a couple extra bucks, and if you do have a soldering set or soldering iron or soldering gun that it might be worthwhile looking into just repairing the cracked board if it is cracked. Of course, if it isn't cracked and it's still not working, I would say replace it. Okay, and there you have it. Let's just give it a test run once again and see if that remedied our issue. First up, I'm going to try the normal GameCube controller. Just plug this in so we can get started. Turn the console on. It's probably going to be really loud. Okay. System settings were lost. No, we don't need to worry about that. Oh, I got no memory card. That's okay. It still works. What if I do this? Doing this has the reset button anyway, so I'll put my memory card in. Oh, there we go. But I am going to try the reset button. It works. And now, the next test I want to do... Well, let me start my file real quick. Okay, let's try unplugging this controller. Here I have my Retro Fighters Battler GC. I'm going to plug in the receiver. It lights up. Does it connect? Let me try the second player port. Interesting. So we have the same problem as before. No, we don't. It connected. And it works. And thus I can infer with relative assurance that the repairs were successful. By the way, I highly recommend this controller. I've had it for maybe a year or so. It is an excellent controller. A bit expensive for my liking, but if you've got some cash to shell out, I will say that it is quite... Excuse me, got my face right in the camera. It is a quite comfortable controller. It's a lot bigger than the regular GameCube controller, which I do like the regular GameCube. Let me turn this volume down real quick. This is kind of loud. I do like the regular GameCube controller quite a lot, but this one feels a little bigger, a little more, I don't know, a little more beefy. And that should do it. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're interested in seeing any more reviews, tutorials, teardowns, demonstrations, what have you. I hope to make another video soon in my Windows review series about Windows Vista, but I haven't had time to try and get that up and running yet. But that should be coming soon. I've been taking a little break, but hoping to get back into it. Anyhow, thank you for watching, and good luck with your repairs. This has been Caleb Holmberg. This has been the Nintendo GameCube restoration video. Good day to you all.